That's absolutely embarrassing that you know that.
They don't have tornadoes up there, Jeff.
He's the expert chaser.
You don't got anybody.
They got a new movie coming out, and he's the.
Here we go. Put your game face on. 3, 2, 1.
Boom, and welcome to the Big Honker Podcast, brought to you by Pacific Game Calls. This is Jeff Stanfield with that tight-ass Andy Shaver. Not the world famous, but tight-ass. Did you get in trouble for not tipping this weekend?
I hope he got fired.
So
I hope he got fired, Jeff.
we had, over the weekend, we went to the DU Ducks Expo at Texas Motor Speedway, and so Andy had 3 meals with me.
Yeah.
3 meals with me. All 3 meals, there was a common denominator. I tipped. No problem at all. Mm-hmm. Andy and Zach and the families went and had breakfast one morning without me, and someone must not have tipped because we got a nasty message that if our host knew proper gratuities, it would be something we should talk about on the podcast. So I think we should address this. Did you not tip somebody?
I did tip somebody. I did not tip somebody.
Did you tip somebody or did Zach tip somebody?
We both did.
You tipped also?
Yes.
I thought Zach tipped and you didn't.
What it was, what had happened was, Zach paid his entire bill with cash. Okay. I paid mine with a credit card.
Okay.
Well, looking out for the kid, I've got some years on me, Jeff. I know the ways. I know the ways of the world.
And you're a tight fucker because you don't tip at Sonic.
When you file your taxes, you know, you've got a little bit of wiggle room with your cash intake. Well, as a waiter, I'm always looking out for the little guy.
You're a charitable son of a bitch.
So nice. I tipped in cash.
Okay.
And I wrote 0 on the credit card slip.
Mm-hmm.
I guess he thought that I didn't leave any tip. I guess he thought the 15 was from Zach.
Well,
maybe it was the busboy that took it all.
It might have been.
So anyways, this guy sends a message to us at the Big Honker
podcast
Facebook.
Yeah.
That chastised your tipping.
Yep.
So then your
so
wife.
So here's the deal. So he took he got my name.
Famous.
He got my name from the credit card slip. Had to have Googled me, saw that we do the podcast, and then he sent a nasty message to the podcast thing. Well, what the little fucker doesn't know is that we've got this thing on our phone that's called like screenshot it, and you can send it to the boss. So that's what we did. We called my wife called the place. She was like, "Hey, listen, like, you know, this is what we did. We left 0 on the credit card slip. We left him cash, which is what you're supposed to do for these little fuckheads that I'm thinking he's like 18 and he's never filed taxes before, so he's like, he's
confused.
He's confused. So we called the place and the manager was like, I don't even know what to say. I am embarrassed. I'm appalled. That is not acceptable behavior. I'm not going to mention the name because the food is very good and the server was really good too, except for the part where he chastised how much I left him. I want to call back and be like, listen, if he's not happy with the tip that we gave him, I'll gladly take the cash back.
Now, let me ask you this. The place that y'all went to, I'm assuming is got a really good reputation, or y'all wouldn't have went to it. Because y'all went out of your way to go eat breakfast there, didn't you?
Yes or no. It's like a chain in the Metroplex.
But it's not
called?
The food was good.
Food was good.
What kind of
This
food?
was our second time. It was just breakfast.
I don't think you saying the name's anything bad because the lady done you right, and the food was good.
Well, I don't know what she's done with the little shithead, but, you know. So she was like, I'm appalled. Like, could you please email me a screenshot of that message? And she said the owner is going to want to see this.
So Jose Soto, you can kiss my fat ass because that's his name.
But I mean, it's just that's creepy. That's a creepy thing to do. Like, if I did live in the Metroplex, what was he gonna do? Like, stalk me down? Like, go to my house and knock on my door and take a couple more bucks out of me?
Yeah, probably.
So I get it that morning. I read it and I told Michelle, I said, God dang, where the fuck did I? Because I tip I'm a very good tipper. I'm a 20 to 25% tipper all the time. And I'm thinking, what the hell? We'd been to Papa Do's to eat. That's where we ate with you guys at.
Yep.
Anyways, we got the guys from Pacific Calls on with us right now. So, anyways, we ate dinner at Papa Do's. I tipped really good. We went to Saltgrass and I tipped good. The only place I didn't tip, and it pissed me off, is at the fucking Texas Motor Speedway. They want you to use a card. Buy lemonade, buy ice cream for the grandkids. We don't take cash.
They didn't take any cash.
No, everything was fucking card only. And that makes me mad. But on their little laptops they give you when they run the card, it says 10% or tip 15%, 20% or more. I bought a fucking lemonade from you. Somebody filled it up and they handed it to me. Why the hell am I going to give you 20% more of already an $8 freaking lemonade? You know?
Yeah.
And but the lady that sold drinks, they take cash at the bar. So when I would buy a drink there, I would tip. It was $8.32 for a margarita. It was a $10 bill every time. I didn't mind tipping them because they took cash. And I told that lady finally, I said, if you took cash, you'd probably get more tips. Oh, we can take cash tips. We just can't take cash the deal. Yeah, that shit ain't going to work for you, honey. Good try, though. But but I thought, them motherfuckers at the snow cone stands done track my ass down. And then I found out it was Andy's no tipping ass.
It was me. That's all I can think of, that he took the credit card receipt, Googled it, and I guess he thinks I got a fucking boss at the podcast. I don't know.
Well, you're a big timer.
I'd have called up, man.
Fired.
I'd have called up and talked to him. Can I speak to Jose? We got a little problem with our gratuities. I want to get all this deal before I fire Andy's ass.
So he emailed you or it was on Facebook?
It was on Facebook Messenger.
Nice.
He messaged the podcast page, and I don't know what he thought What are you going to get out of this?
You really have made it.
What are you going to get? What's he going to get out of this?
Found him.
You always find out them athletes that are tight asses and those famous actors and stuff because people trash them. That's why. It's because you're world famous.
Next.
But what is he got? What I still don't understand what he got out of this deal, other than probably losing his job.
If you see that motherfucker knocking on your door today, he knows who you are. He may be coming to your house.
Yeah, no shit.
Hey, if a Jose Soto comes in the front gate here at the lodge, don't let him in.
Send him to Tony's house.
Yeah, don't let him in. See, Ollie's after his ass now.
I worked at a restaurant in high school, and a waitress followed a customer to the parking lot and asked if they were going to tip or not. And she didn't. Our boss didn't even let her back in.
Was that
Really?
Red Robin?
Yep.
Sorry.
Red Rob.
Red Robin?
Yeah. And
The campfire sauce
not that
is
I
good.
ever did it. It's been 10 years plus, so it doesn't matter now. But bussers are known for taking tips.
Matt
Really?
Sullivan chased a guy down here one time in the parking lot of the lodge. Did you leave my tip with Jeff? The guy kept going.
It's
If
so
you've got to ask
awkward.
that, it's not good.
No.
Are you going to tip or what?
So the
No.
bussers do take
Oh,
cash.
100%.
That's,
Well, that's an
probably what
easy
happened.
sweep. I
That's
feel
why
like
you have to
just
get-
grab it all.
You have to give your tip to your waitress.
Oh.
If you just leave it on the table and go, the bussers are the first one to come to the table.
Well, listen, Miguel was hungry. I don't mind who gets the fucking tip. What like when we ate out this weekend, we had big groups of people when we took the family out, so they add to it. Well,
Automatically?
I did not catch at Saltgrass that I tipped twice until later
they
on.
got you.
Yeah, they got me on
Oh,
that.
they added it.
But they got
added
to
that.
have that. It's got to be listed.
It's got to be listed.
I wasn't paying attention.
Jeff was just ready to get out of there.
I was not real happy with there.
Was it good? Oh.
Saltgrass is good. Yeah, the food's good. The waiter was even good. He just didn't. He didn't come around much, and my food was late. Everybody else was about done before. I got
And at
around.
this place that we ate at, I had to remind the guy about the pancake. So, like,
you had to remind him about a pancake.
yeah,
What do you mean?
we were almost done eating. I was like, hey, we had a pancake. Oh, let me go check on it. They're just finishing it up. Yeah, fuck you. They're
Pancake
putting it
should be the
together.
first thing done.
Yeah, they're putting it together right now.
I've become a lot more patient with waiters and waitresses lately because I appreciate them working because some of them fuckers won't go to work, especially if you go to a fast food joint and you get your shit to go. I don't understand how Chick-fil-A can have 464 employees, but a fucking Whataburger can't get 3.
Yeah.
I don't understand. And everybody's cheery at a Chick-fil-A. Do y'all have them where y'all are
We
at?
finally just got one in, and our line is still out to the main highway.
10 years later it'd be the same way.
It's unreal.
It's good. Food's good and the service is good and they always what is it they
There's like
always say?
10 kids always out there
Yeah.
taking the orders.
What is they always say something to you? My pleasure.
My pleasure.
My pleasure.
Yeah.
I try to
They
beat them to it.
My
Yeah.
pleasure.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
My pleasure. They're like, what do I say?
This, you short-circuited me.
I've been thinking about sending Michelle to fucking Chick-fil-A school so she can start learning some ways to treat me better.
Well, the first resort Haley and I ever stayed at in Cancun, that was everybody said, my pleasure. My pleasure. So then Haley and I started saying to each other, my pleasure.
My pleasure.
And I was like, this is nice. This is real nice.
This is how you're supposed to treat people.
Chick-fil-A says my pleasure or God bless you or something. And they're very nice and polite. But if you do look like in Gainesville, Texas, when we go to the casino at WinStar, free plug for them, cheap bastards. There's a Whataburger. There's a Panda Express, a Whataburger, and a Chick-fil-A, all three together. Every one of them fuckers have a long wait line. Chick-fil-A's got cars wrapped around the parking lot 3 times, and you still get out of there faster. And they got employees everywhere. Panda Express has got one guy taking an order with a bad attitude and someone cooking with a bad attitude.
he's
Whataburger's about the same.
I
Trevor
love
would
Panda
still be
Express.
at- he
I would
would
still be at Panda
Express.
waiting.
What do you get, the honey shrimp?
No, just the orange chicken.
Yeah.
Half vegetables, half white rice, orange chicken. Panda bowl.
What's white rice with you people up north?
It's a teriyaki.
They don't know what that is.
I know what
No one
teriyaki
knows
is.
it. Seattle is the
Not-
only place that knows what it is.
Yeah.
What, teriyaki?
A true teriyaki joint. Yeah. Bento's teriyaki style.
They got beef teriyaki, chicken teriyaki, and spicy.
That's it.
It's just teriyaki sauce cooked on the damn chicken, isn't it?
Shit's great.
Don't talk about it like
Yeah.
that.
It's different.
Don't
Well,
degrade it.
explain to me what we're missing out on here, because we have
Everything.
teriyaki chicken here.
What's the place called?
Bentos.
Yeah,
Bento?
Bento's. Yeah, here's another cheap. There's. Tell everyone about that. In
Teriyaki,
Bothell, Washington.
Teriyaki Plus is my, because I'm a beef guy. Bentos has the best chicken.
Same people are still working there after 30 years.
Yep. Because we
So
had
is it a fast food joint or just like
Yeah.
a local dive?
It's a local. It's not. Yeah, it's a local dive for sure.
That's that's the best food there is.
Oh, 100%.
My f-
We found a bunch of cat traps in the back of it in high school.
not Bentos.
That ain't,
Yeah, Bento's.
No, don't.
yeah, that ain't
Not
fucking.
Bentos.
That ain't chicken you're eating.
Teriyaki Plus.
The teriyaki plus.
Oh,
Did you
man.
see all the pictures in Shanghai of all the cats they're rounding up?
Is that it? Is that the plate?
Oh,
No, so Bentos is a style of
Yeah.
like
Oh.
not. Or,
Yeah,
it's like a
just
tile of
spicy
food.
chicken teriyaki bento.
the
Yeah,
the,
is this what
the
I'm looking
restaurant
at?
we go to is called Bento's Teriyaki in Bothell.
And Bentos is like a to-go box.
That's in
it's
Seattle.
Yep.
It's in Bothell.
It's in
So
where?
it's just white rice, broccoli, and then you
Like a salad.
Yeah.
you tell them how hot you want your chicken.
Now, every Chinese restaurant I've ever been to, their salad's fucking horrible.
I always get
it's
no
wilted
salad,
lettuce with
extra
some kind
rice.
of nasty
Yeah, it's
looking shit on
iceberg
it.
lettuce, and I always get the salad dressing and just double it up.
No
That's
salad,
horrible.
extra rice, and extra white rice.
What's the deal with you guys and white rice? Y'all
It's
some racist.
sticky.
Yeah.
No, it's good. That's the only reason we have an Instapot at my house is to make white
To make
rice.
white rice. We
I
still
love me
haven't-
white rice.
We still haven't mastered the white rice. Jesse tried to do sushi one time and it was a disaster. She
you-
like
you
bought
rolled
the,
it,
she
bought the thing?
bought the thing, and it was terrible.
Haley and I got one of those for our wedding gift, and we still haven't opened out of the package yet.
Really?
I really want to do it.
Regift.
I kind of want one.
When are you getting married?
When are you getting married?
I'm already married. Dang it.
You're screwed.
Yeah.
So, have you seen the ones I got now that comes in the little trays and shit where you stick the little bamboo deals down in them and you put the, what's it, seaweed wrap
Yeah,
down
yeah,
there?
that's
it.
what it is.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it does it all for you.
Well, supposedly.
They got a brand. That's
Wait,
what
it's
you
like-
got.
it's
It's
like-
a fancy duty one.
Battery powered?
It's some kind. I guess you plug it in.
Oh no, no! I gotta roll mine.
Put the old
Roll my
DeWalt.
own.
Put the old
it
DeWalt
in
battery
there.
on it.
It never works out like you see. I love sushi though. When we get up there and when are
Do
we
you like
going?
sushi or do you like fucking crab rolls? Because there's a big fucking difference. Am I right?
Imitation crab.
Am I right?
Yes.
100%.
What do you like? Do you like the California rolls?
I like those.
Okay, that's not fucking sushi.
I like the stuff on top too. The sashimi.
That's not that. Do you like a big old slab of fucking
That's sashimi,
tuna?
right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
Yes.
just a,
But
Well-
it's on an egg. It's like on. Or,
no. I'm
you
talking
rice
about
roll.
eating it by its fucking self. Some sushi.
That's not sushi.
Yes, it is too. It's
A
fucking
sushi
bait.
roll.
I think
like
you're
a
going the right way.
Sushi roll.
Yeah. He's on the roll. He's got it.
When we go to Washington, I'm gonna buy that fucker some sushi.
Go ahead.
You ain't gonna eat that. He'll be like,
Just go out to the pier. Go out to
Yeah.
the pier what they're catching, and just they're cutting that shit up right there.
Yeah.
Eat it with
like
eat it
I
with
love
them.
ceviche.
Wait
Yeah.
a second. Hold on a second. So you just go to the pier and they'll give you a little slice.
A hunk of raw fish. Yes.
If you can speak their language.
Fish.
I don't think
That
you
means
want to
bring me
do
another
that.
beer.
I don't think that you want to do that.
Bring your
But
phone
look,
and ask Google.
Look, Jeff, that's sushi.
That's what they want you to
Those
think.
chunks on the left, of the middle, right down, that on the left, that's sushi. That
Oh, that
shit right
stuff?
there. Yeah. The stuff on the right,
What is that?
Is-
That's sushi. That's a sushi roll.
it's
Sushi
disguised
roll.
by rice and a bunch of other shit.
It's a
you don't
sushi
taste-
roll.
yeah.
I like sushi rolls.
Well, I've had the one on the left in Vegas before one time.
really?
Vegas, yeah, you're in the middle in the
Landlocked.
desert.
How'd the fish get there?
Well, it's probably the same fucking boat that come in Seattle. It's just about 5 hours behind.
He had a buddy of his
5 hours matters when it comes to raw shit.
that had what did he have? He had the pot of chili. Or you had a bowl
Oh,
of
no.
chili.
No. A buddy of mine, we were in Vegas one time, and me and him separated from everybody else. It was like a group of 20. Me and him went to go back gamble by ourselves, and we started to get we got a hot dog. I said, I just wanted to get a hot dog and a beer. So I got a hot dog. He goes, I'm going to get me a chili dog. I was like, ooh, bad move. Well, why is that? I said, you don't eat chili here. I like chili. That looks good. So he gave me a chili dog. I said, you're going to regret that shit. Why? I said, you don't ever eat fucking chili in a place that's open 24 hours a day. Never. Because you're eating chili from 2003 still. That's what they should. They just put some more in
dump it
there.
on.
They just add another can of Hormel that they open up. Well, motherfucker, next day morning at breakfast, he come up and he's like, ooh, I should listen to you about that chili. I said, I tried to tell you. It was a shitty night.
Picture light.
Literally.
I ate the sushi rolls growing up, and I went to Alaska, and my buddy's like, you like sushi? We were salmon fishing. Mm-hmm. I was like, love sushi. He's like, well, let's have some. I was like, oh. And he pulls out a salmon out of the cooler we just caught and slice a piece off and goes, here. I was like, all right.
So why can you eat fish raw, but you're supposed to cook other shit? Which
'Cause
I
it-
guess
They don't carry the
Mercury.
Yeah.
Depends on what's where it's coming from.
Well, human
Really?
contact. Like, you can't eat ground beef raw because people's hands have been in it. And
because I
Unless
guess you
you're
can
in
do
France.
steak tartare.
And it's steak tartare's pretty good.
Steak tartare is not bad.
I
Did you
couldn't
have
try
that
it.
over there?
No, I couldn't do it.
Why?
I saw this most beautiful woman order in this plate of what looked like brains of shit came out
With an
And
egg
she
in it.
just and then grabbed a thing of ketchup and just squeezed it all over it.
You don't like ketchup?
I love ketchup.
Then what's the problem here still? I'm
It
waiting
looked
for the problem.
What do you mean?
Did you try it?
No,
What the how do you
I
know?
tried everything else. It put me off. I couldn't do it.
Can you imagine the first time you had an opportunity to have sex if you'd have passed up because you'd never done it before?
Yeah, but it doesn't
How
look
much
that
money
bad.
would you still have?
that probably happened.
like
at
the
one
way that
point.
looks.
Some do though.
So, that's true.
Some of them
That's
look
true.
like a 1922 catcher's mitt. You know, you don't want to do that.
Luckily, I was young enough. Most
Yeah.
of them don't.
Yeah.
I read a deal today that said a kid was in trouble. He got he got charges filed on him for sexual assault. He's on a date with the girl. And they were kissing. He touched her boob. Dude, I'm telling you something. In the 1970s and 80s, there wouldn't have been one guy graduate from high school. Everybody had been locked up.
2005.
Well, yeah. I mean, I just couldn't believe that shit. I
Exactly.
thought, what the fuck are you supposed to do? I mean, he did the the under the bra, over the
Exactly.
shoulder, under the
My
bra,
fish
nipple
was this
tickle.
big and
Yeah.
yeah.
And fucking arrested his ass for that shit.
Jesus.
I'm thinking, what the fuck?
Well, who caught him?
She turned him in.
She turned him in.
Oh, boy.
Told her dad.
The kids today miss out on so much because they miss out on the
A lot of boob grabbing.
that was okay. I could do that. Another button. Ooh, hell, your heart goes.
yeah.
You know, you get into the deal, and then you get under the bra, past the wire receptacle there, and oh my God, that's a fucking nipple. A buddy of mine made out with this big girl one time, and he said he was rubbing all over her titty, and I found out it was a roll of fat. Used to be my favorite story. He used to tell. Every time he'd get drunk, he'd tell us that story. God, I'd laugh so hard. He goes, couldn't find her nipple.
Oh, boy.
That's terrible.
But kids today, they don't get that experience that shit, you know. And
well, no, because they got Facebook or
yeah.
Instagram. They're gonna or Snapchat. They're gonna
It's-
tell everybody.
it's like, ooh, that's okay. That's okay. Ooh, she's let me do that. It's, you need to take me home now. Damn.
That sucks.
Dang.
That
Agony of
was
defeat.
too far.
I just want to grab a boob.
Oh, man.
And then you're like, can we just go back to what we were doing like 5 minutes before it was okay?
I don't want to go to jail.
But, I mean, that kids today that suck.
Yeah.
You know?
We were just talking when we were coming home. We were like, I hate to see what the dating scene is going to be like when my kids are old enough.
Holy
Have to sign a
shit.
paper.
Well, that's what
it's
Wilson and I were talking about. We
Yeah.
always hang out with the younger boys, and it's like swipe
Yeah.
this way, swipe that way. I was like, could you imagine if we had that shit in high school?
There's no adventure.
no.
There's no excitement of like, I wonder what's going to happen. Because you know what's going to happen before.
And maybe that's what she wanted. Maybe she was like, listen, if you'd have just asked, maybe you could have done it. But
I went to school with a couple of girls that everybody thought was really whores. And then you go out with them because you think, hell yeah, they're whores.
Yep.
And then you find out that they just got bad reputation for not doing nothing at all. And then you're like, shit. That
Waste of my time.
I got screwed up on that deal. That was a bad deal.
Everyone talking shit about her.
I spent $3.99 at McDonald's on her and shit. This ain't happening like it's supposed to.
But I mean, you think about it. I mean, these kids today, and it's only going to get worse. So my oldest is 7, so he's 8 years away, I guess.
From what?
Dating.
At 15?
15.
14,
Boob
13.
grabbing?
Today, 12.
yeah.
You know?
I mean, how far are we going to advance in the next 8 years, 7 years?
Probably had to find out, make sure she's really a girl because you can't really ask.
Yeah.
You know,
Oh, shit. You'll find out one way.
it just, yeah.
How soon they get cell phones and how soon you let them on Tinder.
That's the new thing, though, right there. You said it right there. They'll find out one way. When we were in school, it was about getting on first base, second base, third base, and hit the home run.
That was it.
Nowadays, it's going to be like, oh, my God, I reached down there and don't have balls. She don't have balls, thank God.
I got struck out.
Yeah.
That'll be the 21st century
Yeah.
strikeout. She had a dick.
Yeah, how'd your date go? She had a dick. God almighty.
Then what happened? I don't want to talk about it.
I found out too
Yeah.
late.
She grabbed mine. It was all over.
I beat her, though. I came first.
No.
Who's gay now?
It's just the world we live in. So fucked up.
It's different. It's different.
Every freaking day. Twitter today. Did you see where the boy is not going to be on the Elon Musk did not take the board of directors, but they said it's because he can only own 15% of the company if he's on the board of directors. He can buy the whole damn company and not be on the board of directors. I think it'd be great if he'd buy the whole company and then take it off the stock and make it a private company, not publicly traded.
The Washington Post said, "We just really find it it's frightening when these super rich people control
the media.
the media."
Jeff Bezos owns them. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, Jeff Bezos is poor compared to Elon Musk.
Sure.
So,
Must be hard.
Can you imagine looking down at some motherfucker that's got $100 billion.
Let me see if I can
Poor
find
sap.
Oh, must
I'm
be
richer
rough.
than you.
Yeah. Must be rough.
Yeah. You're writing your wife a check for $50 million for half of your shit, you peasant.
Hold on, I gotta find the tweet.
So we just come back from Ducks. First time I went. You went last year.
We did.
My grading for the thing, if I was to give them a grade, I'd give them a grade of a B. Mm-hmm. I think the organization done a good job. It was very well. They handled it very well. It was very organized. Too big a facility for the thing.
100%.
They need to go to a smaller deal. If there was another garage there, they could put all their people in the garage section where it was air conditioned, nice and cool. The people in the garage deal had the better deal. They were packed in there because people was nice and comfortable. It was out of the wind.
Yeah.
But they need to go to a smaller facility, and I don't know where it's at.
But it's all about direction too, and let's explain it. You could still use that spot, but if you just move to putting the vendors in the right spot is the biggest thing. Like from last year was bunk. We were in the back 40. All the call makers were back there. It was rough, and it was too spread out. Fishing was out by the freeway, for God's sakes. Shooting's way out there, and that's a hard one to get to too. But this year they had directional, they had signs, they had maps, they had apps, they had all that kind of stuff. But still, the booths, if you could push them together, I mean, there's still people. I look at people when you go to these shows. You look at people like cattle; they just go straight.
Right.
Yep.
They don't want to turn. They don't want to go down a dead end. They don't want to have to do anything awkward for them. So for them to come down to where we were at, it was you had to be interested in duck calls. You had to hear the duck calls, or you wanted to go on an adventurous walk. But people that were all inside, that was the main way that you got to the end of the show is if you just kept going straight. So everyone that was inside, they had a great show.
Another thing I would suggest, I have never been to the Speedway before, other than the infield this weekend.
That place is impressive.
That's a huge venue. What about, I'm assuming when you walk through the main gates, like if you're going in the race to set in the stands, there's a big concourse around there. I wonder why they don't know to put all the booths inside a concourse where it's all covered out of the wind a little bit. They have bathrooms, they have all the facilities they need there, and not even worry about the end stuff. And then in the parking lot, have the ATV stuff and the shooting stuff right there. Because there wasn't enough people to fill the parking lots up. No. I mean, they got 150,000 people go to races there.
And they're charging people to park.
$10.
Yeah, and I don't know.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah, I didn't know that either. But I don't know if that's going to make it or break it for the Texas folk. But I think if you were able to accommodate maybe something better for the directional purpose of it.
Yeah, I think they could move the whole thing to somewhere else and consolidate it better.
I mean, there's how many people are in Dallas, Fort Worth?
7-10 million.
You had the Rangers open this weekend, right? That was going on. There was some art festival or some shit going on downtown.
Whoa.
Yeah, some lady was telling me all this.
This Texas shit. We don't get to fuck about
that's
art
what I
festivals.
thought. But that's why no one came to the Ducks.
Yeah. Gosh, should we go look at paintings or go to see the duck stuff? Oh, honey, I'm with you.
Yeah, whatever you want me to do.
Yeah.
But no, I thought the show
just under 8 million.
8 million. Yeah,
They
8 million.
But the thing is in that show is I saw some people that have hunted with us that live way out of state that come because they want to see the DU deal. But I think they need to consolidate it to a smaller venue or to take a lot smaller place at the Texas Motor Speedway and make it all one down You could even put tents in the park. You could put everybody in the front parking lot, all the booths,
Oh yeah.
and do it the same way.
At that
Yeah.
point, you would just change venues, I think,
Yeah.
because you pull into, you're at the Speedway, you pull in, you're like, oh, they're in the parking lot.
Right.
But
It's
the
a little
thing is, you got to have a
underwhelming.
place you
Yeah.
can shoot and do the ATV.
Yeah.
So it can't go like Dickey's Arena in Fort Worth is really nice. I think it holds 20,000 people for a concert. That would be a really good place. But the deal with when you deal with Dickey's and all that stuff downtown is the parking. I loved going there to park
It was
because
easy.
the last couple hunting shows we've been to have been downtown Fort Worth, and we end up staying at the Omni and we valet park and we just walk across the street.
Okay.
Because parking's a pain in the ass.
Sure.
And
Yeah.
people in Texas drive trucks and they want to go buy shit and load them up in their truck. And I think that if they move that to, if they just utilized a different portion of the Motor Speedway, I think it'd be great.
It's impressive when you walk in there.
Fuck yeah.
It's
it is.
impressive.
Huge. Imagine cars running around that some bitch at 200 miles an hour.
Well, while we were setting up, they were doing a testing, weren't they? Or they were practicing on Thursday. Yeah. I saw a couple cars rip around.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
That would be cool as hell. To see
You also
that.
saw a guy almost get blown away.
Yeah, shit. When we were setting up, that was nuts. I was like last one by the tent, and we were having 25, 30 mile an hour gusts. And I looked behind me, and the poor bastard was setting up this tent. And there was 3 dudes on one side, and I don't know why he was by himself on the other side. And this gust, you could hear that wind come through the tunnel. And so you just start grabbing your shit to hold on to it so it didn't fly away. And I turn around, and this poor bastard is 2 feet off the ground, and he's holding onto the tent like
Did his buddies let go?
No, they didn't. Thank God. He would have been on the other side.
Oh, I had to really think about that for a
Oh,
little
I've
bit.
been
Been a hell of a ride.
pissed. Yeah. It was the fastest 8 seconds.
Count of 3. At the count of 3, let's let go. 3, 2, 1. Bye, Bob.
Fuck Bobby. No, I thought they did a great time, or they did a really good job with the show. They took the criticism that they took last year.
Yeah.
Not everyone's going to be fucking happy at these shows, no matter what. I don't give a
Right.
shit
No.
what you are. You can't please everybody. But, there's things to always grow. It's the second year. They learned a lot from last year, and they have a lot of great vendors there. They have prizes. They have shit to give away, stuff to do for the kids, shooting. It really is a good show. I just hope it can be condensed a little bit more and maybe attract some other folks and get more people in there. Because the amount of people, like you said, 8 million people in Dallas, Fort Worth. Like,
Yeah.
We talked about that coming home, and I'm like, where would you advertise at? I mean, I don't know where you would advertise anymore because this podcast reaches more people than most fucking TV stations are nowadays.
Oh, yeah.
People don't watch the news.
No.
I mean, I watched the news in Dallas the other day because we got the hotel room and I flipped it on and KDFW was on and they were having weather. And so I watched the weather for 5 minutes and I changed channel. That's the first time I've watched a local news in a year probably. I don't watch local TV.
Yeah.
But you don't have anywhere like a long time ago, the Texas Trophy Hunters used to, which is a big show in Fort Worth, they would advertise on WBAP, which is the AM station there. And back before Rush Limbaugh and them had become a talk show deal, it was an actual radio station. They played music. It was local shit, like all radios were. Well, you could advertise, and they were going to reach millions of people a day, every day. We're
Yeah.
going to listen to that station, and they would have the. Well, now unless you put something on a billboard, I don't know where you would advertise for anything at.
Well, if you go to Game Fair, you can literally cross the state line from North Dakota into Minnesota, and I think it's like 20 miles into it, and there's fucking huge billboards
Really?
all the way to Anoka. And then if you go on the other side, if you head east to go towards the city, it's the same shit from Minneapolis all the way. The billboards are fucking huge.
And that's what you have to.
And
You have to have
yeah.
a Facebook page.
And they do the news. I mean, they do the radios and all that kind of stuff. And I don't know what else that they could really do around here. But yeah, like you're saying, podcasts, like local, hit
Yes.
up your local people that are going to actually hit the market.
Yeah, because people do not listen to radio. If I listen to the radio, or if I turn the radio on in my truck, which is on all the time, it's either on a sports station or a sports podcast, or something I want to listen to music-wise. I don't listen to it. I can't even tell you the last time I listened to a local. I didn't even know our local radio station, KVRP in Haskell, is still even on there.
It's not on the air anymore?
It is. I didn't
Oh.
even know that because I don't listen to it ever. Do you ever listen to it?
I never did.
Okay, but
not my-
what do
not
you
my-
listen to?
not my jam.
What do you listen to in your truck?
My phone.
That's right. Everybody does.
Yeah.
Nobody listens to radios anymore to listen to just a disc jockey, so you can't advertise there.
I bought a new pickup in December.
It's because he don't tip. He can't afford to pick up.
That's exactly right. I'm nickel and diamond these fuckers. And anyway, it was a month before I even listened to this free Sirius XM. Like, it's all just on my phone.
Yeah, all of it. All of it's on your phone. Spotify, iTunes.
Yeah.
It's all sitting there, right there in your hand. And the XM radio, they just play a repeat.
Yes, yeah, it's all it was. But I would get in, and because it automatically hooks up to CarPlay, and it would just play my phone, and I was like, oh, son of a bitch, I've got Sirius XM, so I flipped it on, and I was like, I'm good.
But I thought it was very organized, and I tell you what I appreciated is boss sent us a neon sign home, and we had to load it up, and they used they took us to the truck to the parking lot with the big block of wood and shit, and took it to us. I mean, and I appreciated that because the other shows I've been to, they don't give two shits. You pay your entry fee to get in, and then they want to gouge your ass on.
Well, and they had
extra
that tram.
passes
They
for
had that
everybody.
tram going.
Yeah, the whole time.
So I mean, the whole time, like you would just go to the parking lot, and then you're there 30 seconds, and then you're headed into the show.
The transportation, once you get inside of it to go from the shooting and back, it's super easy.
Yeah,
well, they took care of their people.
They really
made,
care of their customers.
They made the people that were there the number one priority.
And then all the volunteers that were part of
Yes.
it that didn't make a dime or not even, they're part of DU, but that's awesome to see that.
Yeah.
It wasn't like you were doing them a favor by you spending your money and coming in that door.
Yeah,
They took care of you very well. So hats off to Ducks Unlimited. I rip on them a lot. They did a really good job. And
The first day we were there, we parked a little bit far out from the tram, but there was a golf cart, and he's like, hey, you want to ride? So we hopped in the golf cart, and he took us right to where we needed to go, took us to get our tickets and all that stuff. So, I mean, they did take care of you. Made sure you were where you needed to be.
Yeah.
Because they could have just easily been like, been the back 40 over there.
Yeah.
Get to huffing
See
it.
ya, start walking.
I hope you got cash.
No, card. Don't use your cash
Don't
hardly.
use your card.
I paid cash.
I don't understand why cash is. As a business owner, I
'cause
don't
the
understand
dollar-
why people don't want cash.
Jeff, have you
people
not
get
been
robbed.
listening to your brother?
I don't listen to Tony. The people,
The dollar, it's done, Jeff.
Well,
we're going to the
well, good.
we're
I'll
going to the ruble
I'll
or
take his half of the ones
Bitcoin.
we have then. And he's one
I'll
of them.
take the rest of them.
When the casinos start taking cash,
Yeah.
then I'm gonna believe that
Then
shit.
shit's going down.
Cash is king, and the reason why those people, if you work somewhere and your boss does not take cash, I'm gonna tell you why. He doesn't trust you. He thinks you're fucking stealing from him.
Exactly.
That's why they don't take cash. That's exactly why those little people at the snow cone stands, they don't take cash because they think you're stealing.
They don't care about
know
that
you're
job.
not. Yeah, they know you're not stealing. You know,
Oh, shit.
I mean, they're there for $50 that day. Like if they can get another 20,
that's exactly right.
That's a big 20.
And that's
Big
why
20.
they don't have cash.
Yeah.
What do you mean? You usually sell $375 with the chili dogs. Today you only had $245. Business was slow.
Sticky fingers.
Yep. But Daddy getting a new Seiko today.
Well, and they had the calling contest, and that was really nice to have. It was
Yeah.
a little close to the booth, but
I'm glad you brought up calling contest because
yeah.
we're going to touch on that a little bit too.
Oh
Boy.
fuck!
So
It was fun.
we are setting with 2 fourth place finishers in the 2-man goose calling. I want to congratulate
five,
y'all.
Jeff.
Top five.
Top 5.
Yep. Don't tell them how many.
If you're
people
not
were there.
first, you're last.
Exactly.
So y'all didn't get first, and y'all were last.
that's right.
It's all about good times, you know.
We did have a good time.
I had a
Jeff.
blast.
Did you not wear no shoes?
No,
You are the Jimmy Buffett of the calling
I
contest
hate wearing
world.
fucking. I love wearing sandals. And when I get up on stage, I've either slipped too many times.
Now
not
that would have
from being
been greatness
intoxicated.
right
Oh,
there.
my goodness.
Well, so in Oregon, I went up in blue, and I used to be a big Croc guy, big Croc
Croc
guy,
guy.
and I would wore them down. and
Crocs
there was
with
nothing.
socks?
No,
No.
no.
It's embarrassing.
Yeah, I can't wear Crocs and socks. God damn. So I went up there on stage, and I literally, my one foot just slipped, and I almost ended up on my ass. And I said, after that, fuck that. I'm barefoot or tennis shoes.
You know, Jimmy Buffett plays barefoot all the time in his concerts.
It's great. You can feel the ground.
Yeah.
You know,
Connects
your
you.
connection, exactly. The electricity is going right through.
Have you seen this guy on Instagram? He goes by Liver King.
No.
Oh fuck! I gotta pull him up. He only eats raw meat, raw liver,
Ugh.
chicken hearts. I'll pull him up.
Is he in good shape?
Oh, he's fucking. Yeah, but that's because of the steroids that he takes.
Oh, okay. Don't have nothing to do
Just
with
to
the
keep him
liver.
going.
But it's the other shit. But anyway, he preaches this all natural living and all this other bullshit.
Probably doesn't eat vegetables.
He doesn't.
Good.
He doesn't. He only eats meat.
You eat vegetables.
He
You just
only
said.
eats
You
meat.
can't prove that.
You eat potato chips and popcorn.
But
Both
anyway,
come from vegetables.
but
it comes from a bag.
every morning he does a post. I'll see if he did it.
Does he eat
this morning.
eggs?
Yeah, so he's the guy. I don't know if you saw this not too long ago, but he had like 50 raw eggs, and he just Rocky Balboa'd them.
Oh,
But
I ain't never done that before.
anyway, every
Don't
morning
lie.
he's
Yeah.
like,
Neither
well,
do
I
I.
mean, you got to
Not
get
just
out
like-
there. You got to have the sun. You got to have your bare feet connected to the earth. Let me see if he did it today.
It's a little bit of the granola in me.
I
You know,
like
from
it.
in the Northwest.
There's a liver king.
Oh, I've seen this guy.
Motherfuckers, he is. Ugh. Looks like David Von Erich if you knew the Von Erich wrestlers from back in the day. You can't hear nothing on here anyways.
I wonder why. We got to figure that out.
I mean, he's got a nice 12-pack going on there.
No
Oh,
shit.
he's fucking. He looks like
But I mean,
Gerard
if all you
Butler on
eat is just
300.
eggs.
I got
What's
news
he
for you.
eating there?
I'm eating Snickers and 100-pound cake Michelle made over there for
I think
dessert
he's eating
today.
butter.
Oh, that's all he's eating. Boy, that Starlink sure does work well, Jeff. Or I'm not on Starlink, am I?
Yeah, you blame the other people. We're not on Starlink yet.
When
You're
we got to
not.
get that adapter.
It's supposed to be
Okay,
this
there,
week
there
coming
he
in.
is. There he is. That's where he's gonna. Why can't we hear? Good morning, Primals. Hold on.
He calls everybody primals.
Yeah, you got to get in touch with your primal
That makes me
spirit.
feel good about myself.
God damn
That
it.
you eat popcorn and potato chips.
Why is
The whole shop, we're going to change our diet at the shop.
But anyway, that's
luck.
So every morning he's barefoot, he's in the grass, he's yelling at his Instagram followers. I mean,
Does he have a job?
Yeah, does he work?
Yeah, that's
he
kinda-
owns a supplement company, Ancestral Supplements, and they take they take liver and beef organs and grind them up into a capsule form. He's on vacation. I mean, he's flying private right there. So I mean, you know, I don't know. He sleeps on that bed is just like plywood. He's like, man was not meant to be in a comfy bed, so his bed is plywood with
I
sheets.
disagree.
I'm fat, old, and out of shape, and I bet I have more enjoyable days in my life than that fucker does. And I don't even know. He's got a private jet. He don't look like he's having much fun. That fucker can't even afford a shirt.
He's going around fucking New York City just running with all this on.
Do you think he did all this before Instagram?
No.
I think this was during COVID because there ain't a fucking person there. You can't get New York.
I've been to that
Central
park. and
Yeah, I mean,
yeah, it's fucking packed.
yeah, all the time.
He's in Chinatown, just running.
What, does he put his weights on the
somebody's
fucking
fixing
bus?
to rob his ass. That's why he's running. They're like, put a shirt on, dumbass.
He's fucking barefoot. That's how you get sick, bud. Like, I hate to tell you, but
Why don't do this shit in the city?
Okay, here he is. Disconnect from your phone already. How the fuck do you think people are going to pay to know who the hell you are if they're not on a phone or a computer?
yeah.
If we didn't have phones
careful
and
what you
computer,
preach.
you wouldn't be fucking have anything.
That's the Liver King, and I follow him. So
Well, next year on
what's that
stage,
say-
I'll
what's
look like
say
that.
About me? Just
Get
see-
off the private jet with chains on and no shirt. I bet the rich guy in that other plane next to him's like, what the fuck happened to that goofy dude?
Before we evolved
going
into
partying
the
with some
baddest
17-year-olds.
mammalian predators that ever lived, our first ancestors survived as scavengers. We'd wait for predators to do their thing so that we could do
Whoa. Go back. Was he eating testicles?
It said
Brain,
testicle,
yeah,
tongue,
brain, testicles, liver.
I think
And
I'll
he's
have a
working, and,
tomahawk.
and he's working out to get there.
We went to Chicken Express and you can get liver there.
There's,
yeah,
there's
chicken
a
livers are
testicle.
good.
Oh yeah,
And
just ripping into
gizzards.
that nut.
Gizzards.
Yeah. You've never heard of nobody having chicken gizzards?
I feel like I have, but
They're good.
I've never seen it with my own eyes.
I enjoy the taste of food.
Yeah, no
Yeah.
shit.
I love food.
Did you try some chicken gizzards at Chicken Express?
No, on the way home.
They're good. Chicken gizzards are good.
I love gizzards.
Their
do too.
employees are not as happy as Chick-fil-A.
They're not by any
Not
means.
at all.
It's a different type of form of person there.
Yeah.
Now, if you
What do you
really
want?
want some shitty attitude, go to fucking Popeye's Chicken.
Oh, that's for sure.
Them
Yeah.
motherfuckers. And
We
Long
got
John
one
Silver's.
in Seattle. One Popeyes in Seattle.
Do you
Oh,
like Long John Silver's?
No.
Nobody up north that gets fish like I like
they
Long
get,
John
they
Silver's.
get fresh fish off
Yeah,
of the
but
boat.
you
Why
like
would
Long
they-
John
No, we got
Silver's?
Ivers.
Yeah, I don't think I've ever been to one.
You
My
don't
parents
like Long
like,
John
we don't do
Silver's?
that.
I could take it or leave
I
it.
like
if
Long
I
John
never
Silver's.
if I never went, which I hadn't been to a Long John Silver in 15 years probably. So
Probably since you moved out of the house. We
probably
I catch
when I started
so,
having a say in where
Yeah.
I go is when I quit eating there.
I catch so much shit when I mention Long John Silver's. Everybody up north makes fun of us. Michelle, do you like Long John Silver's? Yeah, see, me and her both do. We
It's
like it.
fine. I mean, if there was nothing else to eat,
We're not fish snobs though.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's all right.
it's very.
When you come up, you'll understand.
I've had fish all over.
Have you had
there.
Ivers yet?
No.
Oh,
We'll go on the boat. You pull up to the dock. You get off on the dock and eat at the Ivers on the dock.
I've had in Portland, Maine. I've ate on the dock before.
Yeah.
On lobster and stuff. It's good. I'm not disagreeing with you on that shit. It's kind of like Leonard Skinner and fucking who's it you like so much? Oh, Creedence.
Creedence.
Creedence is a good band, but they're not.
CCR
Leonard
is
Skinner.
great.
They are, but they're not Leonard Skinner. And what's the boy's name? Darius Rucker. What's his song? What's his group? Hootie.
Hootie.
Oh,
Hootie's
Hootie.
damn good too. But
Oh, yeah.
he's not one of the greatest ever, but they're
No.
good.
I listened to 80s music coming back yesterday. Every 80s band sounds the exact same.
Yeah, like they're gold. Yes,
The
you're right.
exact same. I listened to The Look. I listened to Your Love, and like it was just playing like a hodgepodge of 80s hair band shit. Every band sounded the exact same.
So-
I thought it was the same singer
So
in
now
every one.
you're putting the 80s music is Roxette. Is that what you're doing?
Huh?
Roxette. Is that what you're calling the 80s music?
They all sounded
The
alike.
80s. That's what you're using
They
is the
all-
standard for the 80s.
they
is
all
Roxette.
sounded alike.
No.
Yes,
no,
they
not
did.
even close. No,
I was in class.
not even.
My first year.
Wait, hold on. We
Yeah.
can't let this go.
No. It's
He's
not
using
CCNR.
Roxette as the 80s. We have
And the-
Guns N'
and the
Roses.
outfield.
We have Van Halen.
Yeah.
And the outfield.
We have ZZ Top. And we're talking fucking Roxette.
Those are three bands.
Who?
There was a lot more
The
bands.
outfield?
There were a lot more bands than just ZZ Top, and ZZ Top's not even 80s. That's 70s.
They released
No.
music in the
This is what
80s
you
too.
do. You take everything just because they played in the 80s doesn't
Their
make them 80s.
biggest
music.
album was Eliminator, and I think that came out in '84.
Well, that's because there was more people in '84 than there was in the '70s to buy music.
Okay, but you're
But I'm
using the
telling you-
outfield as a band.
Were they not an 80s band?
They
I'm
had-
confused.
would they have one
here.
album?
I'm confused here. Were they not an 80s band?
Was it a one-hit
Yeah,
wonder?
they-
I've never even heard of them.
Yeah,
They're
they
still
had
a
maybe
band
two
if they're a
hits.
one-hit wonder.
Yeah, but they were a band. But I mean, that's the '80s music he's using. That's his. You weren't even born in the fucking '80s, so you shouldn't even have a say in the '80s.
Born in
80s were
87.
awesome.
So here's Your Love. Let's see what they play next.
Who gives a shit?
Journey. I bet the guy sounds exactly like that person did.
But, well, you can't
Hold
dog
on.
on Journey.
Hold on, that sounds the same as fucking the outfield. There's no way.
The singer.
Whoa!
Oh,
now you're ripping on
identical.
Steve
Okay.
Perry, one of the greatest voices ever.
Only Time Will Tell. Asia. Did you ever hear that song?
Hell
Well, yeah, I
bet
did.
it-
Go ahead, keep going.
Like '82.
I'll sing it.
Hold on, just a minute. First of all, we're going to talk about something for a minute.
You're leaving now. It's in your eyes.
Steve Perry. Okay.
Steve Perry.
Okay.
Sounds exactly like the outfield did.
So can you
One-
say that about the 70s, though?
Yes, all music.
And
It's all
then the 90s.
Not the 90s.
This guy sounds exactly
Yeah,
like the
don't
person
talk
from the
about the
outfield.
90s.
Then don't listen to the '80s no more. Do yourself a favor, since you hate it so bad. But first of all,
You give
Steve
me
Perry.
Your
No.
Love and The Look, and you can have the rest of the '80s.
Well, you can have both of them. We won't miss them. Steve Perry, one of the greatest voices ever. Oh, Sherry, great song.
Yep.
Tell me who the lead singer is for Roxette.
I don't know. I don't even know who Steve Perry is.
That's why I mean, shut up about the '80s, then. Okay.
You're too emotionally attached to
Well,
that.
yeah.
Well, he lived it.
Because that's when that was. Those are the songs that I was like, you can't do that anymore. Take me home. You know. So those
That
were
thing
times.
we were talking about, the
Yeah.
swipe left,
Yes.
swipe right.
Yeah.
That's what he had. The wrong
Yeah.
radio station
Yes.
or not. Wrong song, take me home.
Hold on, girl.
Greatest
Let me
singer.
put some Luther Vandross on for you.
He was ranked 76 of the 100 greatest singers
Who?
of all time.
That's rough.
Perry.
Ooh, I don't know who the 75.
Who's
people
number
in front of
one?
me.
I could probably
Adam
find
Ant.
out. Rolling Stone.
Oh
It was a
fuck
Rolling
no,
Stone.
Mick Jagger. Fuck him.
No,
No,
he's
he's talking about
it's
the
article.
I thought you say there's no way in hell.
Mick Jagger.
I've never heard Mick Jagger named a great singer.
He's doing something right. He's still on
He
tour.
was in a great band.
Sure
I can't believe
shit.
those some bitches are still alive.
No kidding.
Sammy Hagar and Bill Clinton are the same age. Have you ever seen pictures of them like next to each other?
No.
One of them was banging Hillary Clinton just one time probably,
Yeah.
and it ruined him for life. Sammy Hagar's drugs, rock and roll, and wild sex. He looks good
He looks
still.
great,
So if
yeah.
I was a doctor of some 20-year-olds, listen, son,
Get on everything.
do drugs,
Just do it all.
sex, and have fun.
Because you'll look like this.
Who is the number one singer?
I'm trying to find it.
These
Jeff.
are
I'm
most
not on. I'm
You
not,
won't be eating liver.
We get
Mary J. Blige is 100. It's number 100. So
I didn't even tell you think she sings.
I mean-
but you know what? I can have. We can.
I
This
did
stuff,
jam out to her the other day.
this stuff right here is what we get so much people because everybody's got an opinion on this. There's not a right or a wrong. It's an
No,
opinion,
no.
but boy, we get lots of messages
Oh,
about this
yeah.
shit.
all right, here we go. Number 20, Smokey Robinson.
Something clown or
Okay.
what, Tears of a Clown.
Track of my tears, you've really got a hold on me.
I'm terrible with song names.
19, Bob Marley.
Ugh.
We all know who Bob Marley is. 18, Freddie Mercury.
He was very good voice. I'm surprised he's not farther up there. To be honest
Yeah,
with you.
honestly.
17, Tina Turner.
She was good.
Yeah, that's good.
Proud Mary.
Where's Reba?
16, Mick Jagger.
Fuck Mick Jagger.
15, Robert Plant.
He was pretty
This
good.
is according to
I like Robert.
Rolling Stone.
Robert Plant's good.
14, Al Green.
Don't even know who Al Green is.
13, Roy Orbison.
Who's Al Green? What'd he sing?
I don't know. Someone named
Roy,
told you that.
hold on. Roy
Let's-
Orbison from Vernon, Texas.
Let's Stay
Pretty
Together,
Woman.
Love and Happiness, Tired of Being Alone is Al Green. Influenced Prince, the Bee Gees, and Justin Timberlake. So,
Those are good ones.
yeah, Roy Orbison's number 13. Little
That shocks
Richard's
me.
12.
Little Richard.
Little Richard.
Paul McCartney is 11. James Brown is 10. Stevie Wonder is 9.
Oh man, that makes me sad.
Otis Redding is 8. Bob Dylan is 7.
Fuck Bob Dylan.
Marvin Gaye is 6.
Okay.
John Lennon is 5. I think that's just because he got killed early.
A lot of these people got killed by either their parents, drugs, or something else. And when I say their parents, Marvin Gaye got popped by his dad. So
Sam Cooke is number 4.
another
Did?
one
I
that's
didn't know
dead.
Presley is 3. Ray Charles is 2.
Whitney.
Number 1 is Aretha Franklin.
I can't. There. You know what? I can't argue with any of that. Aretha's a badass, or was a badass. Elvis. Who was number 2?
Ray Charles.
Oh fuck yeah, he's damn good too. I mean, I can't. Bob Dylan, give me a break. Somebody's like he's fucking swallowed an ashtray.
Aretha's granddaughter just tried out for a singing show,
Really?
Oh, really?
and she introduced herself as, I'm so and so, Aretha.
Well, hell, that's how you get-
granddaughter.
yeah.
She didn't make it.
She wasn't very good.
It's all
not
part
good
of the
enough.
TV show.
What?
It's all part of the drama of the TV
Oh,
show.
yeah.
That's
They
why I
got-
watched it. I was like, I want to
gotta
see
see
if
what
she's
she
good.
does.
If you like music, you need and you like podcasts. Obviously, you listen to this one, so you must be a podcast listener.
Fiend.
There's a podcast out there called what is that one we listen to? God Almighty, it's
I don't know.
Disgraceland is the name of it. Disgraceland, and it's all about music. And it's a guy puts it on. It's really good. But they'll talk about they go to all the old stars, and they talk about why Jerry Lee Lewis was called the Killer because he killed his wife. But it's really, I mean, it's a very Sam Cooke. They got one on him, but there was some really a lot
What'd
of
you
those
say it was
people-
called?
Disgraceland. And it's 3 or 4. It's 3 or 4 seasons of it, but it's really good. But every story is about the one. I listened to one the other day. It was about the Beach Boys. Mm-hmm. I always thought the Beach Boys were kind of gay, but they had some good music. But there's a pretty interesting story about all their partying and all the shit they did, and how everybody's interconnected. And you go from a nobody to being a big star.
Real
And
quick.
it's really interesting. But that's Disgraceland, and it's on. I don't get a plug for these guys. I guess I would send him a bill now.
Yeah, you might as well.
But he's got some interesting stories on there. They got everything like Motley Crue, Guns N' Roses. They talk about a lot of Nikki Sixx.
You're
yeah.
from around where the grunge movement started.
The grunge, man. That's where we're from. Both of us.
That's where it was invented.
Yeah.
Invented, yeah. It all originated right there.
Do you think that if Kurt Cobain wouldn't have offed himself, do you think he'd be relevant still in Big Star? Because I think he was very good, but I don't know if it was just that genre of music for a little bit.
Well, I think so. I think he would have. I mean, he made such a big impact the
He did.
amount of time that he was really there.
But would that impact have continued? Do you think, or do you think that was
Yeah.
just a deal? Because there's a lot of people that have big, they're one hit wonders or two hit wonders.
Wonder, though.
No, but they have 2 hits, not a one hit wonder, but 2 big albums, and then you don't ever hear from them again. Like Elvis Presley.
Because they're dead.
Well, yeah, but the ones that are still alive that had 2 albums, they just don't ever.
I think Kurt would have been. Yeah. I think he would have. I think he would
Very
have.
talented.
Very.
very, very talented. Like
Did Courtney Love fuck him up, or was it all the drugs and all the partying and all that
Oh,
shit?
he's
Probably
got
a
a
mixture
long,
of both.
long big toe or something like that.
the people like Elvis Presley. Some of Elvis's music will still be played 100 years from now. Prince's music 100. Michael Jackson's.
They'll still be playing Teen Spirit.
They will be. That's right. That's what I'm saying. It will
Come
be.
As You Are.
But there's a lot of music like the Outfield and Roxette. They may have one song 10 years from now, everybody, or 30 years about it, because that's all they know about now.
Your love.
Right. But the 70s, a lot of the 70s music, and Andy makes fun of the 80s and stuff all the time. But like
The
Guns N'
80s. The
like-
80s is the out of the 4 or 5 generations that music has been decent. The 80s come in at 4 or 5.
come in 4 or 5.
Yeah.
Who
Just
would
like
you?
your
What's
goose calling?
one?
Huh?
What's one?
70s, 90s, and then I'd put the 80s.
I put 70s, 80s, then 90s. But 80s and 90s are close. I mean, I grew up. It's weird, I consider the 80s my generation because I graduated school in '86. But I'm still young in the 90s and listen to it. The 2000 shit, there's some music I like still, but I don't. So I like the 80s more because of the hairband movement, and that was really big in the late.
You like guys
late
that
80s.
sound the same from one band to the
Look
next.
the same.
Yeah,
Long
look
hair,
the same,
tight
sound
pants.
the same.
Sound like
I
success,
like that.
yes.
Yeah, success.
Yes.
You want guys, you like consistency, and you like all of your different bands to sound the exact same. That's the great thing about the 80s.
Okay, well, in the 90s, what's the difference in the 90s?
What do you mean? We had the grunge movement.
That was the 80s and
Here
90s
he goes
both.
again. Fucking
Pull up on Wikipedia.
Nirvana was
We have done this, me
92.
Yeah.
We've
Yeah.
gone through this, 92 or 93. And I don't know why he
What-
fights
what
me.
other-
I can't remember all the grunge artists that started in Seattle, but there was.
Alanis Morissette, wasn't she a Seattle person?
No, I think she's, what's the Canada town above you?
Vancouver.
Vancouver.
Well,
I think
that's
she's
pretty much
Vancouver.
That's
fucking
close.
Seattle.
Yeah, that's close. If you can get in.
You can't.
My brother was big into the grunge scene. I was not at all. But there's so many bands, but part of their like motto was they didn't want to be mainstream.
Yeah.
So
I'm
no
too
one really
cool.
knew.
I'm too
No one knew
cool
about
for
them.
this movement.
They were like, "Hey, you want to go on the radio?" They're like, "No, man."
No, we play private.
Yeah.
Mainstream breakthrough, 91.
Okay, what about the Beastie Boys? Would you consider them a top rap act?
No.
No.
No, you
Fuck,
wouldn't?
not even fucking close.
You wouldn't put them top 10.
A rap act?
Marky Mark, I
No.
would consider a rap
Yeah.
act before that.
You've got a rap. Okay.
I'm not a big Beastie Boys guy, but they've made a little shitload of money.
You got Eminem, you got Dr. Dre, you got
Those-
Snoop Dogg, you
Those
got
would be
Lil
the
Wayne,
top 3.
Easy
right there.
E.
Eazy-E, NWA.
Well, hold on now. Are we
Okay,
I like Dr. Dre by himself.
Okay, but where would you put Beastie Boys on that rank? Because money-wise, they're right there with Run DMC.
Sure.
I mean, I don't listen to rap anyways,
I
but
always
did in the
enjoyed
80s and
Beastie
stuff.
Boys.
They're fine. They've got a couple.
It wasn't my
favorite.
favorite, but I enjoyed it. My mom would be pissed when she'd hear me listening to it.
Well, yeah, I listened to the reason I said that, they come on the radio coming here today. You gotta fight for the right. And I hadn't heard that song in years.
No, and you just want to like clash beers with your buddy when you hear that.
Brass Monkey, that funky monkey.
Yeah, done a lot of those to that
Yeah.
song. I love orange juice and beer,
Dave
Listen, then.
Grohl.
There's a lot of restaurants in Seattle, like just little shitholes, just that you can go and get Brass Monkeys. They'll give you a 40 in a thing of orange juice.
Tony and them were at a party one time in high school, and they had a guy that was real drunk, and they pissed in a bottle. And he's like, "Where's that Brass Monkey?" And they gave it to me. He drank. He goes, "Hey, Brass Monkey, someone peed in the bottle."
Oh my god! Did they have Edward McForty hands?
What?
Did you ever do an Edward McForty hands?
No, I don't even know what the hell that
It's
is.
just Edward 40 hands.
Oh, it's Edward 40 hands.
Yeah, there's no Mick.
Oh, I always thought there was a Mick.
No.
What's Edward 40?
Maybe
where
it was
you-
Mick that showed me that.
Not that I did this all
A
ever.
lot.
You got two
40s.
old English 40s duct taped to your hands.
Oh,
I can honestly tell you, I never drank Old English 40.
You never had an OE
You can't
before?
stop. You're not done until you're done. So you can't pick anything up. You can't open doors. You can't do anything.
you're just
Your
gotta
buddies
set
come in, they
yourself
go
up.
for a high five.
Yeah.
You're like, hey, I can't.
Two
in the middle of
40s
this.
of old, that'll wear your ass out.
Yeah, I don't know about it, but I just saw it.
I tried it. I watched my friends do it.
Pearl Jam started in Seattle.
Yeah.
Are they in the 80s or 90s, man?
Pearl Jam, 90s.
93. Oh, I made that up.
90s.
I don't know.
Probably.
Formation years, 84 to 90. 10 and the grunge, they exploded with the grunge.
Everybody thinks that their generation that they grew up with is the best music ever.
I'm not saying
100%.
the best generation ever.
No,
I'm just saying that.
that's what everybody thinks. That's just the way you're going to be because that was your influences in your life. But as you get older, you'll notice that music from the late 60s and 70s, that shit's not going away.
No.
I mean, you can drive through any casino town in America, Biloxi, Mississippi, anywhere, and you see these old fucking bands from the 70s. And I'm like, I can't believe they're still fucking alive.
They come to Spokane. We have at our big casino there. We have a bunch of old freaking.
Ain't that just crazy as shit? You see them? Me and Michelle saw Kool in the Gang one time in Vegas, and they were a casino act. And I was
Wow.
like, and I can't remember their big song they had, Celebration. Mm-hmm. And they were playing that music. I'm like, that's fucking Kool in the
Yeah.
Gang. And they're playing in fucking in the cheap slot area, the quarter world. What's going on here? But that music just does not.
I'd say that's my favorite. It's probably the 70s.
Well, I like it too, but it was an influence in my life because that was whenever everybody in America back then listened to the radio.
Yeah.
TV wasn't as popular as radio was. TV was popular, but it was at nighttime from 7 o'clock to 9 o'clock. You'd watch your shows, and then people went to bed. They didn't have cable TV. But everybody at work, the radio was on. Anywhere you worked, if you had a warehouse, did y'all's radio go in y'all's warehouse at all times?
Huh.
Yeah.
But see, back then it would have been. Radios. Anywhere you were at, there was a radio going.
Oh, yeah.
And it was a local radio
We just have
station.
2 big speakers.
Speakers we bought from Costco.
But y'all don't have
Sounds
nothing
like a
going.
fucking rave.
Oh, so you do
Yeah.
have a Costco card.
Nope. Not me. Oh, fuck.
It just depends on whose phone's hooked up to it.
But you don't have, like then it was a radio going at all time. So everybody grew up listening to the 60s and 70s during that time. But that music just don't go. It's great music. But hell, how do you not like Leonard Skinner?
Yeah, I don't know.
I mean,
You have to.
or the Hollies, Long Cool Woman in a Black Dress or whatever it is. Woo.
I don't know.
You know what that
is.
song is?
The Hollies.
This
Yes.
my music knowledge. I know like R. Kelly.
Yeah, that's true. We listened to the same shit yesterday the whole way here.
No, that was like 15
R. Kelly?
different songs.
Yeah, of the same artist.
Yeah, they were great.
R. Kelly and who else? I've never listened to R. Kelly
Usher?
song.
Usher.
I've listened to him. What's in Atlanta at the top of the 4 seat? No, that's not Usher.
I think
That's
that's Nelly.
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 I don't know who that is.
You don't know who Nelly is?
Was he on the
You're lying
West
now.
Coast Custom Show?
Nelly?
No.
Who was that?
No, that was
Hot in here.
Ice Cube.
It's
No.
hot in here.
It's getting hot in here. Is Nelly?
You know
West
what I'm talking
Coast
about? West Coast Customs.
On MTV?
Yeah.
I don't know. Shake your tail feathers.
Okay. I know the songs. I have
Okay.
had zero. My
Okay.
brother liked music so much. I was just like, I like sports.
Okay, so you like R. Kelly and who else? So you like a fucking guy that's abusing 14-year-old women and
No,
holding them
no,
in
not
space?
anymore.
peeing on women.
Not anymore.
peeing
Peeing
No,
on
no,
it.
So who else?
Totally.
Who
Golden
else?
shower is different, Jeff.
Yeah. We're good.
Well, let's change genres. I can't.
That's your singer is R. Kelly. Of everybody in the world, it's R. Kelly. Wow, you win the prison sweepstakes of the day.
What was
Usher.
it? Ignition? Ignition
That's
was
my
R.
favorite
Kelly.
song.
Ignition is?
Yeah. One of my favorites.
What else is you
It
like?
gets me pumped up for turkey hunting.
That's if I'd have known that, I'd have played it this
We
morning.
should have.
What else do you listen to?
Mo Pitney. Have you heard of him?
I've heard it, but I have no fucking clue. Miss Pitney's son, Mo. That's all I know.
Mo.
Yeah.
It's like really slow country music.
Huh? That's country music? Mo Pitney?
Yeah, he's
Okay.
like, have you seen a dog? I'm like, I did.
I did.
I like the song.
Where the fuck do you hire
can
these
relate.
cards at?
No, I
Mo
hire the good
Pitney.
ones.
So what's on your playlist?
R. Kelly.
Let's pull it up.
Yeah, I want to know if I know
Justin
one person.
Bieber.
You're the first person on this show that's ever said Justin Bieber. I don't think we've even
man.
talked about him ever.
Oh man, he was a one-hit wonder.
No.
Oh, Macklemore.
Macklemore and
Lewis.
Ryan?
Yeah,
Okay.
that was big.
He's West Coast based.
Black Eyed Peas?
Trevor, whenever Trevor asks me to play music, he always asks me if I have that band on my phone. He's like, "Yo, do you have them on your phone?" I'm like, "Dude, I do." He's like, "Nice." I'm like, "On Spotify."
I'm gonna give you
Never
mine.
heard of them.
I'm gonna give you mine, and you tell me if this is the last one's left to. The Hollies,
Okay.
which is Long Cool Woman. Fortunate Son by Creedence.
Okay.
A guy named Kid Rock. Have you heard of him?
Yes, very Kid Rock.
Okay. Leonard Skinner.
Yep.
I actually have Eminem on here.
Whoa.
The Bellamy Brothers.
Okay. Oh, never heard of him.
Haven't heard that one.
You've never heard the Bellamy Brothers?
I mean, maybe.
Redneck Girl. It's gorgeous. It's older country music. House of the Rising Song by the Animals.
Mm-hmm.
The Tubes.
The Tubes.
I don't got that. I
Yes.
don't know that one.
Hootie and the Blowfish.
Yep.
Billy Joel.
Yep.
Tina Turner.
Yep.
And Jerry Clower, who's a great comedian. I like old 70s.
So it's pretty mainstream.
Wow, it's mainstream. That's old stream is what it was.
I feel like when we were growing up, people would be like, "Oh, I don't listen to the radio." Like that was like a thing.
CDs. I remember
Yeah.
walking around with like cases of CDs
Oh,
in my
yeah.
backpack.
Oh, yeah.
100%. Panic at the Disco.
Panic at the Disco is good. I like Panic at the Disco.
Yep.
Now you're talking about Alex's love language right there.
John Legend.
Ain't he
It's on
married to
here.
that bitch that's fucking liberal
Keegan?
fucker? Yeah.
I don't
Christy
know.
Keegan or
Yeah.
something?
Biz Markie.
You got what I need, but you say he's just a friend, and you say he's just a friend.
man.
Oh, baby, you. That Biz Markie?
Yep.
Yeah, I listened to him in college.
T-Pain.
We listened to that
I
yesterday.
have no idea what that is.
T-Pain.
I don't-
All
that's a
Auto
good one.
2.
Wasn't that the guy's name on Major Payne?
No, that was Major Pain.
That was
What was his first name on that show?
Major.
The grandkids were watching it.
First name
Winifred.
Winifred, the grandkids were watching that the other day at the house.
That's a
I've just
good
never.
movie.
I like music. I just never been a big.
We can really tell you like music.
Yeah, super pumped about it.
Benson Major. Benson Winifred Payne.
Who do you like country music?
If it's on, I like it.
Well, who do you like in country music
Mo Pitney. That's
besides
the guy I
Mo
know.
Pitney?
The Cars soundtrack. I have a 6-year-old
Flat-
son.
like Rascal
Griffin.
Flatts?
Yes.
Okay, I didn't know if you meant the actual cars.
No, the Cars movie. That soundtrack. Now I have a 6-year-old.
Life is a
and
Highway?
so we play all the music from all the soundtracks.
There-
so that's my.
There was actually a
music.
group called the Cars that were very. Rick Ocasek, I think, was the head lead singer. He just died just recently. He's actually really good.
I'll listen to him.
They were really, really good.
My music changes throughout the year. So like springtime, I listen to Texas country. I don't know why. I don't know if it's because I'm outside all the time, like enjoying the spring weather, but
Yeah, you probably
there's
mowing your yard.
Something about like Texas country that I'm just like, yeah. Let's listen
That's because
to
you
that
don't have to
today.
listen to the rock set by with Blake every day, once a day. You know,
listen, we like the look. What
We
do you
do
want?
we do the trailers for our new up series, the No Name Up series we have coming up that we have no idea what we're going to name. And anyways, I gave the guy the names of some music to put, and I was going to do. Oh, we could do that. She's Got the Look, and I listened to it. I said, "There's no way you can put. There's no way to put this to anything."
How you gonna put that to a
The
hunting
only
video?
problem with that is they mute it on YouTube and Facebook.
We can't put it on YouTube. Facebook plays it.
Well, then what good does it do us?
I'm just doing it just for something on Facebook to put on deal. We can't put it on the YouTube deal yet.
Yeah, because the last one. Well, no, it even got. I think it got yanked off of Instagram. I know, right as soon as I posted it.
Well, see, mine didn't.
Well, Jeff,
They
I've
must
got
be
more
watching.
followers than you. They're monitoring me.
They're really watching Andy.
I'm gonna look so many followers. Andy
Remember, he's
has more
world
than I got
famous.
now. Yeah, he is world famous. Fucking
World
running-
famous cheap ass,
running off the
supposedly.
tab.
World famous
That's right.
cheap ass, yeah. But it did. It said we have removed your piece of content, but somehow people were still watching it. So I don't know. Heavy engagement, Jeff.
I have 6,862 followers.
Damn.
Andy has.
You're 3,000 behind me.
Is that how many you got now?
Yeah.
They look at it every day.
I'm 2,200 behind you.
How many do I have?
9,062.
Andy's math.
Let's start like one of those thermometer competitions.
Well, he is world famous. Nobody knows who the fuck I am. Guy see me at the show this weekend. He goes, "What's your name?" I said, "Jeff Stanfield." He goes, "I've heard your name somewhere before." I said, "Well, I don't know where." He goes, "Do you know Andy Shaver?" I go, "Yeah." He goes, "Yeah, that's right. He carries you all the time." I said, "Yeah, that poor fucker is back sore."
A guy came to the booth and asked if the big honker guys were going to be at the show, and I was like, "They're right here."
Right here.
You were sitting right behind me.
Yeah.
He was like, "Oh,
He only hears the voice. He
Yeah.
doesn't.
no idea."
Go subscribe to YouTube, dickhead. And see
You're
us.
not listening to the whole fucking podcast.
Yeah,
Jeff wasn't talking. That was the one time Jeff wasn't talking at this thing, and the guy.
I
didn't
was
know where
selling
he
duck
He
calls.
was selling shit.
Yeah,
Guy
I
bought a
sold-
T-shirt and I sold him a call. I said, "You want a call to go with that T-shirt, don't you?" You were a witness. You saw me, didn't? And the guy bought one.
Always
Sure,
be
I
closing.
believe it.
Yep.
I believe it.
There's closers in
You-
this world, and there's people that aren't.
That's for sure.
You
I
need-
sold a call. And signed it. And signed a cap.
Oh.
He was there. He was like, "Listen, we'll
I
pay."
saw that.
No, maybe it was. It might have been Matt. Somebody was there.
So
Somebody
what-
witnessed it.
I saw it. Sure.
That one lady goes, "I would like to get your autograph." I said, "Yes, ma'am." She goes, "I want you to sign my panties, but I'm not wearing any."
Nah.
Oh my goodness.
Was that in Mexico?
No. If some lady said that to me, I didn't want to sign nobody's nothing anyways. Does that not bother you still?
What?
Sign
stuff?
autographs?
I'll sign. Just give it. Put it in front of me. I'll sign it.
Forehead.
Put it. Which whatever. Just lean down and we'll get it done.
So, anyways, you guys from Pacific are here. You had a good show at
Yeah.
Ducks.
It was a good time.
When's the next show people can see you? Going to be at Texas
No,
Squad Fest
Squad Fest will be the next one.
in July 15, 16, maybe 14, 15, sometime
Ish.
around that time.
Yeah.
We'll be there also. We'll be in y'all's booth.
It'll be a good time.
Yep. Are you going to be there also?
He's taking
hey,
my
boss.
place.
Yeah.
Is Stefan coming?
He's paying his own way.
So Stefan is off the
He's
clock
staying
now.
with you in your hotel.
I haven't even got a hotel. I don't even know
Me
who
either.
all's going other than me and Andy. I don't know if anybody else is going. Tony, are you going with us to St. Louis? Tony's going too.
He'll go. I'm bummed. I won't. I'm bummed. I can't
You're
be
gonna have
there.
a
but I'm gonna
baby.
have a
Don't-
kid.
you better watch
okay,
what
I'm
you say.
excited about having a kid.
Are you nervous about becoming a father?
Fuck yeah, yeah. But no, I don't know. I'm more of like, I'll learn as I go. I'll figure it out.
You'll never learn all the way. 'cause
No,
you learn
God,
shit.
no.
I still learn every day.
Oh yeah,
Well,
that's the whole
and
point.
nobody knows like. how
But I
to
told
do
Haley,
it.
I was like, we need to watch some fucking movies. we need to do something. I don't know what I'm about ready to walk into. Neither does she.
I'm gonna tell you something right now. When's the baby due?
June 24th.
June 24th. You better get a lot of rest.
Yeah.
Because-
I'm good on no sleep.
You're going to become a master at
I
it.
He
know,
doesn't
I
want to
heard.
hear the
Yeah,
horror
but-
stories.
Oh, but the
That's
horror
not
stories
horror.
like every day.
yeah.
It's every day's a horror story.
Yeah.
What's worse? You being a changing a 2-year-old's diaper, a shitty diaper with
hell
diarrhea,
no.
or having your 16-year-old daughter come to you and tell you that the boy's trying to get to third base with her.
Luckily, I'm having a boy, so
Okay, what happens if he says another boy's trying to get to third base on him? Oh, that's the shit that you can't talk. That books don't teach you.
Dad
about.
told me something a long time ago. I'll repeat it later.
I mean, there's always something to deal with. So if the innocent part is better sometimes, I think, than the older problems that you deal with the older kids.
Sure.
You know, when they start masterbating, it's just a whole different world.
Yeah, it's
up
weird.
there.
Oh, man.
Mom walks in.
You said you were combing your hair.
I heard the hair dryer.
But nobody's ready until they have a kid, and then it's
Yeah.
just we'll figure this shit out running.
Yeah,
That's all you can
100%.
do.
It cuts down on getting to go places.
Yeah, sure. It sure
You know,
does.
You revolve your life around them, but you're supposed to. That's what gets me. Parents will be like, "Well, I pay my child support." Well, fuck, you're supposed to.
Yeah, that's the whole point of it.
You know, you have a child, you need to take care of them. You know, fuck. Yeah, I'm tired of doing that. So I'm glad you're going to chip in a little bit here.
I'm excited for it. Haley and I, we're always on the go, going somewhere. I'm excited to kind of staple it down a little bit, be more at home.
I'm gonna remind you that next year when we go on a
just
trip, and you're like, "Thank
replay
God,
this.
I'm getting away from
Fuck,
here."
I'm out finally.
Yeah,
Well, that's why I still, part of the hunting company. Babe, it's part of the job.
It's the job.
I am
Yep.
working.
I'm working, honey.
But that is like, we love our kids, but the night away, you're like, fuck yeah,
Oh, sure.
have fun.
Yeah.
Yeah, y'all tried to pawn the kids off on us on Saturday
Go
night.
to Shell and Judges. They'll
Didn't you?
take you.
Mm-hmm.
Y'all tried to pawn them myself on the hotel with us the other night.
Y'all didn't have enough room for them.
Well, I know.
You didn't want
He's
them.
smart.
You didn't want your
We
grandkids.
wanted to sleep in. I love my
Oh, it's
grandkids
fine.
to death.
Just turning it on them.
Well, that's fine. If you don't want to be around
I'm
them.
fixing to go hang out with the little alpha male right now. That's
for
Jameson.
10
I'm,
minutes.
I'm an alpha male. I said, that away. That's 2 years old, and he's already called himself an alpha male.
Yeah, weren't you telling him to call his brother a loser or
Oh,
something?
he does all the time, too.
What'd you-
He called him a sheep the other day. He goes, Reese, you're a sheep.
What'd your one grandson? You said to your grandson, "You want to be like me when you grow up?"
Yeah.
And he said, "No." You said, "Why?" He goes, "Because you don't do nothing."
Yeah. That'd be the oldest one. That'd be Reese. He's too literal
You
about
don't do
everything.
nothing.
He goes, you don't do nothing.
Is he more like Andy or Jess?
Reese is a lot like Andy, and yeah, a lot like Andy. Not Payne. Jameson is a lot like Payne. He's kind of eclectic on some shit. Things touch his fingers and hands and shit. He's on that spectrum
They
somewhere. I think so.
they both got a little bit of both of us, but yeah,
Yeah. Reese is a lot like Andy, I think.
like if you tell him to do something, there's no variance. Like if you tell him to do something, that's the way it's going to get done. Even though like he could save 10 minutes by doing it another way, it's like, no, I was taught to do it this
Give
way.
you an example. Christmas morning, I think it was Christmas Day, wasn't it, or New Year's Day?
I don't know.
He comes to our house.
Oh,
or
it was New Year's.
He spent the
New Year's
night
Day.
at our house, and so Blake is over at Andy's, and he's going to come pick Reese and Jameson up and take them back to Andy's house. And so Reese is kind of looking at me, and he's like, "Something's wrong here." I go, "What's wrong?" He goes, "Something's wrong here, Judge. What? Something's just not right. What is it?" He goes, "Mom told me I'm not supposed to go home with people unless she tells me to." And it's not you or Shell or Mom or Dad. I'm not supposed to go with nobody else. He did not want to go with Blake because she had told him don't get in a car with strangers and shit. Fucking Blake's not a stranger around him all the time. Yeah. Blake's like, it kind of hurt Blake's feelings, I think.
What the hell, little buddy?
But we had a guy in our neighborhood, and he came over one day, and he put off a weird vibe. He's new to the neighborhood, and he was asking a lot of weird questions, like, "Hey, what are your kids' names? Well, how old are they?" And it's just freaked Jessie out. So she was like, "Listen, like, you need to know, like, just because somebody knows your name and like my name, because we're in a small town, like, you don't need to get in a car with them." So that's where that originated from. But the little shit was just like, "Blake, sorry, bud, I'm not going with you. I don't have a written form that I'm supposed to get in this vehicle with you. So I'm staying here."
He's like, Judge, something just ain't right here. I'm like, what's going on? And then I was like, and Payne was home because Payne was home. Chris Payne goes, "This is gonna be good." That's just how the rule is. Anyways, we thank y'all for being out here. We appreciate
we
Pacific very
appreciate
much.
you guys.
You guys do a great job. Great employees, even Stefan.
Yeah.
So, anyways, thank y'all for listening to us. God bless y'all. Have a great week. See ya.
Let's go eat. I'm hungry.
Sounds good.
Go check out all of our great sponsors before you get out of here. Go check out the boys at Pacific Calls. They'll be at all the hunting shows. So Check them out there. Boss Shot Shells, Dive Bomb Industries, Alpha Outdoors, Shin Gear, Dirty Duck Coffee, Lucky Duck, Looking Glass Duck Club Podcast, Gun Dog Outdoors, Steak Plains Meat, Fangtail Whiskey, Stanfield Hunting Outfitters.